Welcome to week 3. In week 1, we explored how digital environments are reshaping learner cognition and why traditional schooling models are increasingly misaligned with how learners actually think and engage. In week 2, we translated that insight into intentional design, learning how outcomes shape everything that follows. This week, we go one level deeper. We ask a fundamental question. What does neuroscience tell us about how learning actually happens? And what does that mean for how we design teaching in the digital and AI era? For decades, education has been built on assumptions that neuroscience no longer supports. Assumptions such as learning happens through listening, attention can be sustained indefinitely, emotion is separate from cognition, stress motivates performance, and information delivery equals learning. Neuroscience tells a very different story. Learning is biological, emotional, social, and adaptive, not just cognitive and linear. One of the most important insights you will encounter this week is this. Emotion drives attention, and attention drives learning. The brain does not prioritize what is presented, it prioritizes what is meaningful. If learning lacks relevance, curiosity, emotional salience, or a sense of purpose, then attention collapses. And without attention, memory formation is weak. This explains why long passive lectures are neurologically inefficient and why engagement cannot be forced through discipline or assessment pressure. Neuroscience also helps us understand why overload is such a persistent problem in digital learning. Working memory is limited. Dense text, excessive instructions, or poorly designed digital materials overwhelm cognitive capacity, especially when combined with multitasking and notifications. This is why chunking, multimodal input, processing time, and intentional pacing are not nice to have, but biological necessities. When designed well, digital multimodality strengthens learning. When designed poorly, it fragments attention and memory. Another critical idea this week is neuroplasticity. Brains change through use. This means all learners are capable of growth, variability is normal, and teaching must be designed for difference, not for an imagined average learner. This insight directly connects to universal design for learning, which you will explore in later weeks. Neuroscience gives UDL its biological foundation. Your task this week is not to become a neuroscientist. Your task is to become a neuroscience-informed designer of learning. You will take a real lesson or activity from your course and ask, does it respect attentional limits? Does it create emotional relevance? Does it overload working memory? Does it support social meaning making? Does it use multimodality intentionally? And then you will redesign it, not to add technology, but to align teaching with how the brain learns. As AI enters education, neuroscience becomes even more important. AI can generate content instantly, but it cannot guarantee learning. Only well-designed learning conditions can do that. If we ignore the learning brain, AI accelerates inefficiency. If we design with neuroscience in mind, AI becomes a powerful ally. As you work through this week, keep one guiding question in mind. If my learners' brains could vote on my lesson design, would they support it or resist it? Week 3 invites you to design with the brain, not against it.